Hello all sentient beings and welcome to the Transmissions Podcast, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers! On this episode of Transmissions, we are joined by Dr. Pants, and he's arrived in commando to help us discuss Hasbro's first quarter financial results. More Transformers Cyberverse figures have been listed at Walmart, and a brand new Transformers Generation Shattered Glass figure has just been revealed. Today is Wednesday, May 5th, 2021, and this is episode 432 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that was going to have Elon Musk guest host tonight, but everyone threatened to boycott the show. I'm your host Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Hello, everyone.
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming. Let's talk Transformers.
All right. As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who give us money on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the show. We really appreciate it, and you guys help keep the show going. So thank you. If you are not a Donatreon and you'd like to become one, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. One of the perks of being a Donatreon is that you get access to early bonus episodes of our Transformers live play RPG podcast, Empire of Rust. And this week we have Empire of Rust episode 49, Steel Haven for some, Steel Trap for others. And this is the bonus extended episode. This is all the stuff that was left on the cutting room floor, still stuffed in there. This is exclusive for Donatrons, and it was out this Monday, May 3rd, so you should already have access to it on our Patreon page. You will get, it will come up in the free feed of Empire of Rust next Monday, May 10th. So everyone who is just a regular Empire of Rust subscriber, look forward to that on May 10th. And we've got a special mini episode of Empire of Rust that is it is up this week in the free feed of transmissionspodcast.com/rust. And this is a little bonus from the last episode. It's called Ironhide's Shopping Trip. And the party basically gets Ironhide to do a weapons run for them and pick up a bunch of items for them to use in the upcoming battle. So take a listen to that. All right. Well, let's jump right in and get started with the toy news.
All right, and first up this week, we've got some color prototype images, or color samples, I guess they're calling it, of Fans Hobby's MB-13 Ace Hitter, and I'm really into this thing. It looks really great. This is the Fans Hobby's version of G1 Headmaster Siren, and I'm all about these Headmaster Juniors that Fans Hobby's doing right now. I think I have plans to skip this particular one because I've got Nightbeat and Hosehead on pre-order, but man, these things look great. Dr. Pants, I know that you have purchased some Fans Hobby stuff in the past. I believe you got what was it? The girl one they just put out. Yeah.
It's Minerva. They called it Athena.
Athena. I was going to say that, and I thought, no, that's not it. Yes, you got Athena, didn't you?
Yes.
So what do you think of Ace Hitter here?
I already have it pre-ordered.
Amazing.
Because I am 100% in for these Headmaster Juniors. I kind of want to have a Super God Master Force display. I've got Power Baser. I'm hoping to get the God Armor at some point, and I am in for this, and then Cab when it comes out. And these color prototypes make this thing look great. That blue just pops. I love the red kind of shades on him. The only thing is having gotten Minerva, I'm pretty sure that those police emblems on the hood and on the doors, they're going to be stickers you're going to have to apply.
Oh.
But the quality of the stickers are really, really good. It's really high end. They feel good. They're not real cheap feeling. So I'm okay with it. It's just I'm going to have to take my time and make sure they get on there real nice and even. But I'm willing to do that because that detail looks really, really good. I love the flip up headlights. And just, yeah, I loved Minerva. I'm really excited to get this one, too.
Right on. Yeah, that's an interesting detail that about the emblems on the vehicle mode there that not a lot of people may have known. I definitely didn't. That these were stickers. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm trying to think if Nightbeat has anything like that. I know he's got some flames on the side. I wonder if those would be a pain in the ass. They might have to.
I will say that putting them on Minerva, it wasn't bad. The only problem was the hood of her has the big like red cross on it.
Yep.
And because her legs split, you had to make sure both halves lined up, but it wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy. And like I said, they're real high quality, so I don't think you have to worry about them damaging over years or whatnot.
Good. Right on. Charles, this is a Headmaster Junior that, what didn't really get a lot of G1 representation over here in North America. Do you have any, connection to Siren?
Well, I mean, the main thing I remember him from was the Marvel comic where he was pretty much Nightbeat's sidekick. Like him, Siren, and Hosehead were a little team. They were in the first issue of the Matrix Quest where they were, Simon Furman did an homage to the Maltese Falcon, where
right.
Nightbeat is a hard-boiled detective, and Siren and Hosehead were his sidekicks. So I mean, yeah, Siren's the backup guy. So Nightbeat was a star, and Siren was kind of just a background character. So yeah, I mean, not a huge amount of affection for Siren from me, but it is a really nice looking figure. So. And it particularly, looking at the articulation and detail of the Headmaster component, and I mean, I think these are all kind of the same, mold more or less as the Nightbeat and Minerva, right? I mean, they're all like the same basic form, but they're all. I mean, they're getting a lot of use out of this design, and I think it's a really nice representation. So. Anyone who is a fan of Siren, I'd say this is a good pickup, but probably not for me.
All right. And Jeremy, this is a police car. I know that you have a large collection of police cars. It is mostly Prowl, but it's nice to be able to add another police car to your ranks. Little squad there is Ace Hitter becoming a member of the Jeremy police force?
No, but I mean, I like the figure. I think it looks great. I love what they're doing with like where the rub sign was in the original toy. Just kind of having this like dark black area. I don't know if it does anything, but I looked at the original G1 picture and that looks like where the rub sign was.
Okay.
I don't really have any complaints about how this looks. It looks really good. I've never seen a police symbol like that, but that is accurate to the original toy. So I'm just, I don't know if that's like some, area of Japan that has that symbol. I mean, it's a really cool looking police symbol. I've just never seen that before. My only real problem with this whole thing is the name, because I noticed you've been saying very carefully Ace Hitter.
Yes. Every
time you've said it, because it's just, you look at it and you want to say Ace Hitler.
Yes, I do. Yes, I want to say Hitler. Yep.
It's a horrible name. And that's, I mean, we can't be the only people that are having, this issue, having to be very careful about how we say the name.
No. And I wonder if that's done on purpose. They just wanted to have a really odd name and people have to actually concentrate on it. But I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they called it Ace Hitter because the Japanese name is Go Shooter.
Right.
Probably.
And that's probably why they did it.
But not a lot of thought goes, I don't know.
No.
I mean, a lot of the designers might not be native English speakers. I don't know if where Fans Hobby is based, but I think most of those companies are based in Asia. So it might just be looking for synonyms to like shooter, hitter, but still it's a name that we have to be very careful about pronouncing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it. That's all that I have this week. I suspect this figure will start, getting released soon. It looks like it's ready to go. So if you've got this thing pre-ordered, like Dr. Pants, expect it to start shipping soon. But yeah, that's it for me. Jeremy, what do you got?
All right. Buckle up. We got financial news.
Oh, yes. Goody.
Oh, man, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Would you guys have believed that having a popular show on Netflix with toys that go along with the show actually leads to a successful quarter in Transformers?
No.
What?
I mean, who would have thought? Global point of sale for Transformers was up nearly 40%.
Jeremy,
Holy
it's
shit.
almost like you're saying the show is an advertisement or even a commercial, if you will, for the toys.
Blasphemy.
I don't know. Maybe they looked at some successful companies that did it in the 80s and decided to try it.
What?
But anyway, yeah, Transformers revenue growth was led in the U.S. and Asia Pacific, but global point of sale was up nearly 40%. They are happy with the Netflix partnership. Obviously, Earthrise comes out in the summer, and the next theatrical movie is slated for 2022. But that's I would think that's likely to shift. They haven't given us a full release date yet. Transformers is the top brand performer on Hasbro Pulse, and the first quarter was they talked about they delivered Unicron. But then also that $700 Roboson Optimus Prime sold out in pre-sale in less than 10 hours.
Right.
Wow.
So
Insane.
lots of people with lots of money to burn that are Transformer fans. And then later on the Q&A section, they mentioned they do have a new TV series, which we've talked about, and the film. So...
Is this the name of it? Transformers, a new TV series. They're really running out of subtitles here.
it might as well be. I mean, why not? We can rebrand. We'll be like Transmissions, the new podcast.
Yeah. Transformers, more than meets the show.
Yeah. But anyway, despite pandemic and everything, looks like they're back on track, and I'm happy to see Transformers is actually kind of leading the way. So you guys have any comments on this? I mean, I know we've all, well, except for maybe Daryl, we've all bought tons on Hasbro Pulse. I guess Daryl has bought it. He just shipped it all to me.
Bought some. And that time when they screwed up and allowed for shipping to Canada for free, it was
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I made bank on that. So, but I was going to comment on the popularity of the Netflix shows. Within the fandom, there's a lot of discussions. So if we as fans only talk to other fans about it, then we're talking in like an echo chamber. Well, did you see the new Transformers War for Cybertron Siege or Earthrise? Yeah, I did. Well, it was kind of, it was good, but it was, there was some things like it was really slow, and then, it really didn't go, and the CGI was, and you're really talking to other fans who are really expecting a lot of other things, and they really have really high expectations. But if you take yourself out of the fandom and you talk to somebody who's really not into Transformers, who's maybe just watching it with their kids or just for something to watch because there's not a lot of stuff to do, right? So you watch TV. I actually recommended it to another friend of ours who was just looking for something to watch. And he's an adult, and we went through my daughter's hockey team. His daughter played with my daughter, and he said, "Hey, what's this Transformers show on Netflix?" And I said, "It's new. Give it a try and let me know what you think." And he let me know. He binged it all, and he said, "When's the third part coming? I love it." Right? And I said, "Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you love it." Right? And I said, "It's coming out in July, I think." But I said, "It should be finishing up in July." So look forward to that. And he's like, I said, "We got through all of the seasons in pretty record time, so we're really enjoying it." And I thought, well, that's good. I'm glad. So that's, if you can take yourself out of the fandom or recommend it to people out of the fandom, you'll probably find that they can look at it with a lot less judgy eyes, if you know what I'm talking about.
It has all the familiar bits of Transformers that you might remember where you don't, you're not a huge fan, so you don't remember all the details.
Right.
And it just hits all those strings for the casual fan.
That's right. And but then it does have bits like we saw when we were talking with FJ DeSanto about it, where there's stuff in it that will, hit people like Charles, who's, lives, eats, sleeps, and breathes Transformers. We know it. Like, Charles cannot go 5 seconds without mentioning Simon Furman and his Transformers run. So there's stuff in there for people like Charles.
It's been more than 5 minutes.
It's true, but I mean, you did just mention Simon Furman. But yeah, it's stuff like that is in there, and the real hardcore fans will get that. They'll see it. But then the people who are like my friend here won't, and it doesn't matter to them though, right? So that's kind of stuff will go over their head and they'll be fine with it, but the show is fine without them getting it too. And that's really what us people in the fandom have to understand. The show, yes, is made for Transformers fans, but it's also not. It's also made just to be entertaining to kids, right? So I'm really happy that it's doing well. I'm happy that Netflix and Hasbro are really having a really good partnership. I hope that other franchises get involved, and they can do other things. I'd love to see a crossover between some. Like, it doesn't have to be like an ongoing thing, right? But G.I. Joe and Transformers have enjoyed crossovers throughout their history. Have a crossover one-off episode of something, right? Fantastic. Those kind of things are fun. And
one shot Tom Scioli Transformers G.I. Joe
Settle down.
What? That sounds like a good thing.
Daryl got the monkey's paw.
But I'm really excited for what the future holds with Netflix and the lot of Hasbro properties. It looks good.
It'd be really nice if they brought the other Transformer series onto Netflix for us to watch.
Yeah,
they're still on Tubi TV.
They are, but I'm just saying, like, throw them all on Netflix, including like the ones that aren't there. I
mean, like, do what Star Trek is on pretty much everything. You can watch Star Trek on Netflix. You can watch it on Paramount Plus. I'm sure there are other services that it's on.
Isn't Paramount Plus going to require them to kind of kick the rest of their, agreements? They're not going to allow them to agree to be on Netflix and stuff like that.
I don't think so. I think they're open to licensing their stuff out.
I think they recognize that if the more places it is, the more chance people have to see it. So
yeah, I mean, they're not doing the new stuff anywhere, but like Picard and Discovery, but all the old stuff. Huh. I think they're seeing it as an advertisement for their service.
Cool. Mm-hmm. All right.
It's the same. Isn't the old Twilight Zone still on other platforms? Or I thought it was on.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
The thing you guys don't understand is Netflix US is different than Netflix Canada, Netflix UK, Netflix. There's a whole bunch of different stuff on those platforms.
We understand. That's why every VPN ad mentions.
Oh, right. I guess
you could.
Oh, no, you guys still don't know about Star on Disney Plus, do you? Oh, that's good.
What?
I get to rub something in, so I'm really happy about that. I get Star.
Well, it's Charles, do you have any comments on that before I give some bad news? Getting back on track.
Oh.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's funny to see, Hasbro being super successful. And now the other shoe drops. So go ahead, Jeremy.
Yeah. All right. So the bad news is that due to high demand and supply disruptions caused by COVID-19, which is raising the prices of resin, packaging, and metal, and I'm sure plastic, because oil prices are affected as well. Prices of everything is going to go up. So that kind of sucks.
Didn't it just go up?
Yeah, I think it went up because plastics were more expensive, but now everything else is more expensive.
Right. My wage didn't go up.
I've read that a lot of this is due to the stuff that happened in Texas, because a lot of those refineries that had to shut down are what were like heavy into like resin production and stuff like that. Like they weren't making gas for fuel. They were processing oil for other products. And when they shut down, that really caused an issue with, the whole market.
Fucking Texas.
Yeah. So That kind of sucks for everybody, but things aren't going to get cheaper anyway. I mean, we're going to eventually be paying like $50 for a deluxe.
Yay.
You guys have any comments on that?
I mean, it's got to get to a certain point before they got to stop, right? Like,
yeah,
because you can't pay $50 for a deluxe toy. That's unheard of. That's just ridiculous, right? So at some point, there's got to be somebody who stands up in a meeting and actually says, we cannot charge $35 for a deluxe figure. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Right. It's like, well, the costs, we have to do the costs. And I'm like, then change what we're doing for the figures. Like, nobody's going to pay $35 for a deluxe figure. Right.
Yeah. Stop advertising these for kids and just advertise them for collectors.
Right.
All right. I'm going to have to note this episode down. Episode 432, published May 5th, 2021. So when we're still doing this show in 2031 and deluxes are $35, we can play this bit.
Well, maybe they'll see their numbers drop when the prices of figures go too high, or maybe we'll all just be sheep and still keep buying these figures because they know what we want.
Bah.
Yeah. I'm not calling any particular fan a sheep because I'm one of them. So
yeah. Well, I think that's everything I got. So Scott, what do you have this week?
So Hasbro announced the second figure in their Shattered Glass run, and this time it is Megatron. So this is their exclusive sets on Hasbro Pulse that come with the variant cover of the Shattered Glass IDW miniseries, and this is a recolor with extra parts of the Siege Megatron mold. And he's that, Shattered Glass Megatron who's white and black and red with the red Decepticon symbol. He's got wings and he turns into a jet. I think that's what that is. The original one, I know the original Shattered Glass mold was supposed to be a redo of the Energon Megatron. They tried to do it with this one without changing too much, but I mean, the colors look really, really good. He comes with a shield that becomes the cockpit of the plane. He's got translucent blue wings on there. He comes with a fusion cannon that's black and blue. And he comes with the sword that Siege did. The only thing is, I don't see where the sword goes at all in the alt mode, and I don't know why he comes with it. But I think this looks kind of cool. I'm glad that Hasbro's doing something with Shattered Glass, because we got the Optimus and the Ratchet, we got the Blur, now we got a Megatron. I'm curious to see what the other figures are, but I'm not surprised this is just like a recolor / remold of an already existing figure, because that's what Blur was. But if anybody wants it, it looks pretty cool. I know all of you from listening to earlier podcasts are thrilled about Shattered Glass, and I look forward to hearing what all of you have to say. So, Charles, let's start with you. What do you think?
Meh.
That's about what I expected.
Yeah, I'm not the Shattered Glass guy. I mean, I do agree with you. The colors are nice, but first of all, it's kind of the Siege Megatron turns into a tank. What they've done here to try and make it look kind of like a jet is, I mean,
it's dumb.
C for effort, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I can't even really give an A for this. I mean, it's just not great.
I love all the people online who, the minute they saw this, took all of the recent Megatron figures and slapped together the alt mode using other pieces. Because they're like, oh, look, it's Shattered Glass Megatron. But no, the alt mode's stupid. Real stupid. Daryl, how about you? Are you going to get this figure?
No. I am not a huge fan of Shattered Glass, as you may remember. But I do, I appreciate the design. They're using something that they've recently used to death, but they're kind of spicing it up a bit with some bits and bobs. So, yeah, I give them props for making something out of nothing, because it's really not the greatest looking Megatron for this, but it's Shattered Glass, so at least the Shattered Glass fans are getting something. And like I said before, I'm happy that they're getting something.
Okay. Jeremy, anything else? Are you buying this?
I am not, but I already have two of the recent Megatron remolds. I have like the G2 one and the Siege one. I don't need another one. So as much as I would love the comic with the KC cover, this one just, isn't for me. I mean, he looks great. I'm sure they're going to sell it like hotcakes, but it's just not for me.
That's fair. I'll freely admit I actually did pre-order this because I really, really like it, and I didn't like the blur, but I love the comic cover that it's coming with. Casey did an amazing job. I forgot to mention, it looks like the pose is homaging Optimus from the 86 movie when he jumped in the air and does a firing shot, so that's really, really cool. But I think the figure looks cool. As a robot mode, he'll stay on the shelf and look kind of cool, but yeah, it's not amazing, but hey, it's more shattered glass for whoever wants it.
Yeah, the Casey's cover it looks really good. The Casey's art is always really nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
can't go wrong.
Those are really good covers, but I think it should be. I'm excited for the other covers too. I want to see what else gets done.
I would love to get all of the covers, but I can't like the first one being Blur. I can't justify getting them all, especially since like they did very little with Blur aside from a paint job. At least this one added new pieces and a different alt mode.
Yeah, it's great that they've added a bunch of stuff. And the sword and the gun they've painted up interestingly, but then they've added the other extra pieces. I really can appreciate what they've done here. I just can't justify another version of this mold.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But that's all I have. So apparently we have Charles next.
Well, I'm going to interrupt because we have an interruption.
There's late breaking news.
We do. This is something
that threw me off by throwing that in there.
You weren't supposed to throw that in there, Daryl. You were just supposed to interrupt Charles like you always do.
I had to. I wanted to make sure that I have remembered to do it. But this is something that
you didn't remember to do it before we started the show.
I didn't. So this is something I forgot to put in the show notes, and I was like, oh shit, we got to put this in there. So, John Warden, former design lead on Transformers and now working over with Power Rangers and Ghostbusters and G.I. Joe.
AKA John Hasbro.
John Hasbro, that's right. My friend, John Hasbro. So we're tight. He tweeted out that, he's excited to announce that G.I. Joe is being added to his team's portfolio of brands that includes Power Rangers and Ghostbusters. Also, he's taking the legend, Lenny Panzica, to join his team as well. So Jeremy and Charles, you guys just had the opportunity to talk with Mr. Lenny, and he will be leaving the Transformers brand. And joining John. I don't know what to say about that.
Still got Mark. It's okay. We still got Mark. It's okay.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Still got Stoner Mark.
Stoner Jimmy Fallon.
That Mark. Yeah. That Mark.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Lenny's been a good designer. He's designed a lot of really awesome stuff in the last little while. Hasbro must be really confident in the Transformers line going forward because they're taking all the good designers away. So hopefully there's still some good designers there. I mean, we have Mark, you said, but all the good designers seem to be leaving.
Well, but I mean, the brand just keeps on, getting better and better. I mean, look at what they did. Aaron Archer left, John Hasbro came in, and he left, and I mean, they just keep on improving. So it seems like Transformers is where kind of the top people end up, and then they earn their stripes, and then they go on to try to help failing brands like G.I. Joe.
Right. I'm kind of excited to see, because when John Warden left Transformers, he was put in charge of Power Rangers, and we all expressed excitement to see what kind of Zords he was going to produce through the Power Rangers line. Well, now that he's got G.I. Joe as well as Lenny, there's, what kind of vehicles are they going to be putting out with the G.I. Joe team? There's some really big potential here for some really strong vehicles. So I'm excited to see what they do. I'm not really into those fandoms.
Tanks, Sky Strikers.
Right.
I mean, nothing new.
Killer Whales. Yeah. Yeah. but it's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. But I'm not a real big fan of those brands, so I probably won't be buying any of them.
I mean, I'm surprised that they have so much. Like they're really trying hard to get G.I. Joe going again. There is the movie coming up.
Yeah, but
I don't know. It's just this day and age. Is that a brand that the market's gonna accept?
Well, it seems like they're trying to. I don't know. They're really pivoting away from real life warfare into kind of this retro 80s cartoony warfare, which I think is probably a better idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the breaking news. Sorry, Charles, I didn't want to derail you.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Yes. Successfully derailed once again.
Congratulations. All right. Well, I just to end the toy segment, I just have a bunch of rumors. So there's lots of toy listings are where we can get a peek into upcoming releases from Hasbro. It's the bane of Hasbro's existence with the leaks there, but you know that retailers got to have databases and you know got to get their product information updated. So that's logistics. Sorry. Anyway, first up, Cyberverse. Do you remember Cyberverse? We're still getting a season 4, and there's lots of new toys coming to accompany that season 4. Particularly Dinobots, and we've got Warrior Class Snarl, so that's going to join Sludge and Slug, which have already been teased. We've got Dead End, so Dead End is coming back for season 4. We've got Roll and Combine characters. That I guess the combination is one of the gimmicks that is coming in season 4. So we've got Megatron, Bumblebee, and Wheeljack are all Roll and Combine. And then Roll and Transform, we've got Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. So still, I mean, we haven't seen anything from the new Cyberverse toys yet, so it's still up to speculation other than, you know, we're going to get some combination gimmick. We're going to get some, I guess, like, you know, rolling transformation gimmick, probably like similar to Battle Chargers way back in the day, maybe. I don't know. That's a guess. We'll see. But that's not all. We've also got Target has some listings in their database, and and these are a couple different things. One, War for Cybertron Kingdom Road Rage, which Road Rage is a character that is pretty much a repaint of Trax, so it's not a surprise that we're getting a Road Rage figure from the Kingdom Trax. But then we've got more in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. There's a Buzzworthy Bumblebee Generations Deluxe Origins Bumblebee. Not sure what that could be. Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Movie Power Charge Bumblebee. Then we've got just a new Optimus Prime, a new Megatron, but not really clear what line they're from. They're just listed under Transformers in general. And then we've got a Transformers action figure AST. So that's all from Target. Also, it looks like T-Rex, the repaint of Beast Wars Megatron, has a June 1st street date in Target's database. So in a month, you'll be able to get a T-Rex if that is your thing. So T-Rex, WRECKS. If you can't hear me say the Rex, it's the 90s were weird. And the last bit of rumors, and this hints at another collaboration with the Transformers brand. There's going to be a new Transformers project in Hasbro called Project Jam. And this, we've looked at, I guess there's previous code names that all were turned out to be collaborations with other brands. So Project Mullet was the Transformers Ghostbusters Ectotron. Project Future was the Transformers Back to the Future Gigawatt. Project Bird was the Transformers X-Men Ultimate Expanse, and Project Cruise was the Transformers Top Gun Maverick figure. So Project Jam, the speculation is that this is something to do with Space Jam, maybe Transformers Space Jam. That is, I gotta admit, I did not see that coming. So it's still speculation at this point. We're not really, but that seems kind of likely, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else Jam could be referring to.
I'm going to guess Spaceballs.
I was about to say the same thing.
And it's Mega Made.
Either that or the Winnebago.
Yeah. The radar, sir. It's been jammed.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I'm really hoping it's not a Space Jam crossover. What the crap would it transform into? Or excuse me,
LeBron James.
convert into? What would it change? What would it change from? LeBron James to Bugs Bunny? Like
Into a basketball.
basketball.
LeBron James into a basketball.
Oh,
So-
Unicron into a basketball.
oh, good God! I had two thoughts. Number one, is this a hot shot from Armada homage with the jam thing? Thank you. Or my actual serious thought, because this just popped into my mind when I heard jam, is it probably isn't, but I'd like to see a collaboration between Transformers and the anime Cowboy Bebop. There's a lot of really famous ships in that, and they're doing a live action Netflix series for it. So
I always
like
remember
to see
what they
that.
said to me when I was at Fan Expo with them. Is they said they always try to match up anniversaries. So if this is going to be next year, 2022, then what kind of anniversary is that? 2022, what anniversary is that for Transformers? I mean, like, I don't even know. But
So, like, what came out in, like, 97?
right.
what was Space Jam?
Space Jam is like
87.
87 or something like that. Yeah.
No, it was early
No,
90s.
Space Jam was,
Jam.
like, in the
Oh,
90s.
Space Jam. Yeah.
Yeah, 96. So it'd be close, but maybe it's Spaceballs. Maybe.
I mean,
don't know.
Space
I
Jam
mean-
is the new
I
movie
really
is
doubt they
coming
would do
this year.
Spaceballs.
so-
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, they could,
Spaceballs was 87.
Okay, 40 years ago from 2022 is 1982.
okay.
Knight Rider debuted in 1982.
Yeah.
That would be my go-to.
With Knight Rider, you get to do the car. You can do an Optimus Prime repaint with the truck.
And David
That-
Hasselhoff's hair was
that's
pretty
what we've been-
jam.
Yeah, they probably had jam in it to hold it in place.
I mean,
That's my desire.
I would welcome a Knight Rider Transformers crossover. That would be great. A kit Autobot Transformer, perfect. But
And
yeah.
apparently, Micro Jam was what Kit used to mess with other things' electrical systems.
Ooh,
Yeah, that jammer.
So maybe.
And Peter Cullen was voice of Car.
Okay.
so we can have a Nemesis car.
They can reuse that side swipe mold yet again.
I use the Sunstreaker mold. Use that one. Let's stop at the side swipes. Plus, we already got a black side swipe. We got 2 black side swipes. We don't need a third one, do we?
Yes.
And Gigawatt was a side swipe. There's just side swipes everywhere. Give Sunstreaker some time to shine.
At least
Let
paint
the
him a
sun
different
shine
color.
in.
Yes, like the sun. That's what I was going for. Thank you.
Well, that's cool. I'd like to hear if anyone else out there, any other listeners, have any ideas on what this could be. You've heard our absurd suggestions or guesses. Are we close? Do you think we have a shot here? Yeah, let's hear what our listeners have to say. Let us know.
Yep. I mean, I would also be did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles debut in '87? That could be the party wagon, the Turtles party wagon.
Andrew Griffith just released a commission this week of the party wagon turning into the robot turtle. What's his name? Forget.
Mecha Turtle.
Hard shell?
Mecha Turtle,
Mecha Turtle. Yeah,
I think. I don't know.
might be. I don't know.
I'm not.
I forget.
Their show started in '84, or I guess that was the comic.
The
Yeah.
comic
Show-
started in '84, but I think the show started in '87, didn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're getting a new game this year too,
Yes.
based on the arcade game from the late '80s, early '90s.
Oh, wow.
Turtles in Time and Turtles 2.
That-
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're owned by Nickelodeon, so
Right.
that would licensing. I mean, if they get it done, that'll be amazing that they're able to work together.
Yeah, because the toys are still done by Playmates, right? They're not Hasbro does not license Turtles toys. So
I'm not sure.
When did
was a
Power
party wagon
Rangers
with the-
start?
When did Power Rangers start?
Yeah.
that was '90s, wasn't it?
That I think was 92.
So they could have a Transformer and Power Ranger combiner or a combination.
Oh man, don't get my hopes up. 93, so probably not that.
No.
29 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's next. That'll be 2023 then. Look forward to that.
There you go.
That'll be the next one.
Yeah.
I would love that.
All right. I think we've given our speculation, so we'll look forward to any listeners who want to contribute and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all our toy topics, so we will move on to trips to the store. This is where we show off all the cool Transformer stuff we got this week. We do this as a video so you can see everything we got in beautiful high definition. But we'll put the audio right here in the show so you can keep listening as we describe everything we got in beautiful or in loving detail. So without further ado, trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
All right, well, let's jump right in and start off with what do we got this week? I'm going to bow out. I have nothing. Sorry, everyone. So we're going to go straight to Jeremy right there.
Right. There we go. All right. I got a house.
Yeah! Does it turn into anything?
Yay!
It turns into a money pit.
Yay! As long as it
more
converts
money.
into something.
Yeah, we spent more money this week than I've ever spent on anything. So something I purchased a while back came in, which I'm thankful for. I got my WonderCon Transformers and My Little Pony Magic of Cybertron. And I think this one is for Daryl, I believe. Right?
Yes. Yep.
So got those. And these came directly from IDW, so they have the really good bag and board. They're really quality. But also they included, like, I think last time they included a free comic book day book. This time they included these, like, the Star Wars micro comic thing. So I opened it up. I was kind of having fun with these 3D glasses before. There's classic red-blue 3D glasses. But the reason they included that was they have a poster of this. I know this is not Transformers related, but deal with it. It's a poster of, like, a classic Marvel Star Wars comic, but they've made it 3D.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then they included the actual comic, but in tiny form. This is, and yeah, I mean, it is literally like
Neat.
squint to read. And then it said that it included one puzzle card, but it included two of the same card. And this is like Star Wars, but on the back, I'm guessing if you get a bunch of them, it'll be like a comic page. So
that's like old trading cards from like the 80s and 90s. I remember them packing in those.
This is copyright 2015, so I'm guessing they just had a bunch of these in the office and they were just getting rid of them. But, I thought it was cool. It'll be something I can give to my kid to, play with and put in his window. I don't know if he's ever done the 3D glasses with the red blue, so.
Probably not.
This is how we used to do 3D back in the day.
Yeah.
So, that's all I got this week. And actually, I haven't made it to my comic store. I'm not sure if they put the My Little Pony book in my pull bag, so. Glad I got that.
Cool. All right. We're going to Daryl next.
Well, I can answer your question, Jeremy. I got that book. So this is My Little Pony Transformers.
Wait, so my comic shop put it in your pull bag?
They did. They did. This is the cover B. I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting to do the review with you guys to read it. So yeah, it's on there. The Magic of Cybertron, #1. I meant to show this. Charles, you should probably have this as well. This is the action figure adventure thing that we kind of kickstarted. Did yours come yet?
It has not come yet, so
okay.
I'm waiting on mine.
All right.
I have access to all the Vimeo videos, but I haven't gotten the physical thing yet.
So it's on
Canada's
there.
Always getting stuff first.
They were shipped. They were shipped from Texas. So, but yeah. So it's here. If you can buy it on BBTS too. I don't know how Kickstarters usually work for this kind of thing, but I was kind of disappointed after the Kickstarter went off and it got funded, and then they went and sold the series to a television network, and then they went and sold the DVDs to sold the DVDs through BBTS, and then there was another thing as well. Like they did like an auction or something like that, which I know the auction was for charity, but it was still, they just seemed to be pulling in cash from all these different things. And I'm like, if you were going to do this, then why the hell did you need it to be Kickstarted anyway? Like, I don't know. It just seemed to be, I don't do a lot of Kickstarters, but it just seemed like they were pulling in cash from every single avenue that, I'm like, okay, so you didn't need it to be Kickstarted? I'm confused.
I think a lot of times now, like a lot of Kickstarters are, the product is already, it's going to be made, and it's more of an advertising kind of build public support type of thing.
So anyway, the guys that did that are doing another one right now on He-Man. I don't care about that, so I'm not supporting that. But yeah, so the one thing I do have one other little quick thing I wanted to show off. The guy posted this to Facebook, and I didn't get his real name, but I found it again on the Allspark forum, and his online handle on there is mousepad or mouse_pad, and he put up this high res file that you could print off and make your own little tiny Unicron box.
Neat.
And I was like, you know what? I got access to really nice printers and really nice, hard paper and stuff like that. So yeah, I just, I printed it off and it looks good. I cut everything out with an X-Acto knife, and I made the pre-folds, and then I went and handed it to my daughter and said, hey, you want to glue this together for Daddy? Thanks.
And now you need to have your Zeta toys holding it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I can probably put it and make it a little smaller. Like I could probably print a different one to make it smaller, but yeah, it's, this is on there, and I don't know whether I'll share it in the Discord, but, yeah, the high res file is there, and, yeah, if you wanted to do something like that or make this, it's really fun. It's just a cool little prop to have if you're taking pictures of things. Yeah.
So I can just keep that one?
Might as well. I got this. It's cool.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what's in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing that I wanted to show off, and this was what I was going to show off last week, this is something that I've been kind of looking to get for a very long time, and it's always been way out of my price range, and I finally got one for a decent price, and I'm pretty happy to have it now. The stand-in in my collection was a knockoff, and I've had that knockoff for like 20 years. But it worked, it did well. But I finally now have a legitimate G1 Megatron.
Whoa.
So it's pretty awesome. The stickers on it show some real wear. I'm contemplating taking the stickers off and kind of cleaning it up and putting some Repo labels on. But I'm worried that any kind of cleaning it or any kind of any kind of solvent on it would get rid of the chrome. And
right, it's nice and shiny.
It is a pretty nice and shiny one. I mean, obviously the camera and the lights in here make it look a little shinier than it is, but it's pretty cool. You can tell on the face there, it's got some wear on the face, but yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. You cannot see, like, the Decepticon symbol is just gone, right? Yeah. It's there, but it's gone. It does come. I did get all the accessories. Like, there's his gun that never got seen. And then I got the stock and then the silencer. It's all there. So yeah, I got all the bits and pieces, but I'm really happy to have this guy.
Was the sword just a Japanese?
Yeah. And it did come with the reissue that was in like the bookcase one. So that was a part of that. But yeah, no, I'm really happy to have this. The joints on it are really good, like really, really good. So I'm pretty happy to have all that. And I know that like a lot of people will transform this and put it underneath, like underslung. But I'm like, it looks better this way. So I transformed it like that.
The animators on the G1 cartoon thought it looked better that way.
Me too. So yeah. I can't really do much about his pelvic trigger, but yeah. I still think he's awesome.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger, Daryl. Pull the trigger.
I can.
This is too racy for this podcast, I think.
Right.
Anyway, it's a cool figure. He's awesome, and yeah, I'm happy to have an official or an original G1 Megatron on my collection now.
Nice.
Very cool.
That's it.
All right, we will end things with Dr. Pants.
So I got a bunch of stuff because I'm only here once a month and I can't stop myself from buying things. The first thing, I'm sure, I know Daryl saw me run back there and grab it quick because I forgot it, but I've been doing this the past few months, but I'm going to plug r/Transformers Trading again because it helped me get a Transformers Prime Beastfire Predaking.
That's a good subreddit.
It's a great subreddit. Like, whoever thought of that, whoever mods it, like, good job.
I don't
Good job.
mod it anymore. I pawned it off on some other person.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, what was it, last month you asked if I wanted to be a mod? I don't remember, but yeah. No.
He still has the star for being the creator of it.
Yeah.
Good job. But
I'm just a super animator or super admin on things.
But this was from a nice person up in Canada. I traded them a couple of Combiner Wars figures I didn't need anymore, so
Was it me? Did I do it?
I don't. Did you want a cross or streetwise, a blades, and a groove?
No, I didn't want
Okay,
that.
then no.
And did you have to go through a subreddit instead of just messaging Daryl directly to trade?
Yeah,
with
exactly. But anyway, this guy's pretty cool. I like Predaking. I don't own really any Transformers Prime figures, but I thought this was always really cool, so I'm glad I got this one.
That's very cool. That's a cool figure.
Oh, he's really cool. Easy transformation, but the dragon mode's really impressive. I did get some new stuff. I got a Studio Series Bumblebee Starscream.
Ooh.
And I wasn't going to get it, and I saw it on the shelf, and I'm like, yeah, what the hell? Let's pick it up. And I love the Blitzwing. This is almost a completely different figure. He transforms in a completely different way, and the Tetrajet mode looks awesome. I love it. He's really big, really bulky. Love the colors. The only thing I don't like is the face, which maybe we can see, maybe not. Nah. The face is okay. I like the Blitzwing face better, but it's still a cool figure, cool transformation. Love it. And the last figure I have, because I have other stuff, is I got Kingdom Magnus. And I had Siege Magnus. This is better. Leaps and bounds better. He looks way more cartoon accurate. The chest plate, the head, the shoulders, and the inner robot are all different. The missiles are different, and they now stay in better. Mine on my Siege one were really loose and flopped around. These are in there really nice and tight. He looks really, really good with the 86 movie cast, so I'm really glad to have this one in place of the Siege one. And there's no grime, there's no marking, no weathering. He's all clean, and that's what we really want. So, I got another Magnus, but he's not a toy, technically. I got the Flame Toys IDW Ultra Magnus kit.
Ooh.
And much like a lot of model kits that show up on here, he's still in the box. I haven't built him yet. But I just got a new airbrush, and I think I'm going to paint him up and make him look a little snazzier, so we'll see how that goes. I might have it done for next month. We'll see.
So that's essentially the Optimus kit, but white.
Yeah, it's the Optimus kit with it's just white, blue face, and yeah, it's basically it. But I thought it looked awesome. I was really, really happy to pick this up. And in all honesty, I've been having a lot of trouble picking up model kits lately because most places are sold out or not getting stocked because of the pandemic. But this was in stock, so this fit in my plastic crack addiction.
Nice.
And the last thing I bought the Super God Master Force DVD set. And I started watching it, and it is amazing, and I love it. This is pure 1980s anime, and it's fun. And it's great to see characters who were, like, I had figures for as a kid who were never in the cartoon, like the Pretenders. It's really cool to see them as characters in a show, so I'm having a blast watching that.
So is that subtitled or dubbed?
Subtitled. Oh, no. Even if it were dubbed, I don't think I'd watch the dub. But it's, yeah, this is the original Japanese with English subtitles. Because I don't think it ever got a legitimate dub in America. No. They got, like, some Asian dub that's really, really bad.
Did all of the Japanese series get that, or just Headmasters? I know.
I want to believe that they all got an English dub, but it was only released in, like, the Asian market, because that happens a lot.
Yeah, I know that it was that Star TV dub.
Yeah. So I want to say that there is one for this. I know I found an English dub for this, and I've watched an episode or two, and it's really bad. So, but no, this is just subtitled, no English voice acting, but that's okay. It's really good, and yeah, that's what I got this month.
Nice. All right, well, that'll do it for this episode of Trips to the Store.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
All right, we're back from our trips to the store, and that'll do it for this episode of Transmissions. As always, we give a shout out at the end of the show to our Masterpiece Donatrions, because they are our highest, most awesome contributors. So big shout out to John 4X Levengood and Dinobot Maximize. Thank you again for continuing to support the show at our highest level. We really appreciate it. And Dr. Pants, thanks again for joining us this month. And why don't you tell everyone where they can find your awesome show online?
Well, thank you. So you can find our awesome show at Nerdstradamus on YouTube. We have a kind of weekly show where we put up videos once a week as long as we can get to it. We're also on all the social media. We're Nerdstradamus everywhere except for Twitter, where we're NerdstradamusDL. And we have Nerdstradamus.com, where if you go there, you'll find all our most recent videos on the front page. You can find links to wherever we're at, along with some other fun things. And if you want, we normally just talk about video games, but every now and then, my co-host, who is a musician, puts out some interesting music covers. And this month, he put out a cover to the anime theme for Gurren Lagann. So go check that out. We had some fun making that music video. It's basically just he and I putting holes in the wall with a drill. So that was fun. The song's great. Go check it out. But yeah.
No walls were harmed in the making of this video, or were they?
You can say that, but I mean, we were hanging things up, so there was some damage, I'm sure.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Later.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Transmissions. But just because this episode is over doesn't mean the Transformers fun has to stop. Join us and other Transformers fans on our Discord chat server by visiting transmissionspodcast.com/discord. If you would like to learn more about how you could support the Transmissions Podcast, just visit transmissionspodcast.com/support. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next week.